Hey everyone, and welcome back to Isaac Reviews 2020. So, just today I saw Soul with a few of my friends. And originally I was gonna bring something up about some angry Catholic dude who's unhappy about the movie being made because something reincarnation, whatever, even though the movie is not about reincarnation. But I realized that it would take up way too much of the first part of the review. Like, the original clip I recorded where I talked about the guy was just about 4 minutes long, so I decided to cut that part out, and I'll let you research him in your own time. So, after this review, search up Marcus Chang, and you'll see what I mean. But anyways, let's get started with the review, shall we? So, what's the story for this new Pixar film? Well, it's about a middle school band teacher named Joe who gets into a jazz club and is really excited about it, but he falls into a storm drain while walking home and almost goes to the afterlife, but jumps out at the last second because he's not ready for it and ends up in a place called the U Seminar, a place where newly created souls get ready to go to Earth. There, he meets 22, a soul who doesn't want to go down to Earth, and teams up with her to get back to his body before he flatlines. Admittedly, it does sound simple on paper, but it's actually way more complex than that. Throughout the film, 22 is seen to be incredibly reluctant about moving on to a life at Earth due to the fact that she can never find a hobby she can stick to. However, after accidentally transferring to Joe's body after trying to jump into Earth so Joe can return to his own body, the film goes in depth about all the simple joys life has to offer, from music to nature to just living in the moment. Oh, and there's also talk about existentialism here and there, but still, yeah. There's also an interesting commentary about anxiety with how it's portrayed in the film, which is an accurate showcase of anxiety, since I have anxiety, and yeah, I'd say that they do a good job portraying it as this giant monster who basically takes control of you. So yeah, the writing is pretty deep, even if it can sometimes be predictable and leave a few questions unanswered, but the rest of the film still soars in quality, especially the animation, which is phenomenal in every aspect. From the character designs being not too realistic, but not too cartoony, the Jerrys and especially Terry being a visual delight, like any scene with Terry in it was just magnificent, and the worlds the characters go to being absolutely fantastic to look at, from New York to the U Seminar to everything in between. So overall, I'm surprised to see a movie on this caliber of great be released not just in a time of global crisis, but in a much more extensive period of time where studios hardly care about what they make being good, but instead being profitable and or enjoyable for viewers under the age of 7. So, you know, it's nice to see Pixar breaking the mold like they always do, but we'll go more in depth on my overall thoughts of the film. But first, let's talk about the short that would have played before the movie. Originally, had Soul gone to theaters, an animated short would have played before it called Burrow. I did watch Burrow on Disney Plus since it also got put on there, and honestly, I think it's a pretty enjoyable short. It definitely has some great 2D animation and an interesting way of telling its story without dialogue, so it serves as some good, light-hearted fun that would have been before this Kingda Ka of emotional roller coasters. Okay, now it's time for the conclusion. Alright, so here's the conclusion. Soul is definitely the best movie Pixar has made in recent years. It's got some amazing writing and animation, which is usual for Pixar, but also some great commentary on life and death, an amazing soundtrack. I didn't mention it in the review, but the soundtrack here is definitely the best out of any Pixar movie. For how small Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross's filmography lineup is for the movies they've scored, they do a fantastic job. And for Jon Batiste's first major movie, he does a good job with the jazz. But yeah, this movie is one of 2020's only saving graces. Like, if you have Disney Plus, I urge you to watch this. If you don't, Find a friend who has Disney Plus and have them stream it to you on Discord. I mean, that's what I did with my friend Rylan. He doesn't have Disney Plus, he has Disney Minus. So I just screen shared the movie for him and Luigi in a chat group. And voila, Rylan was able to watch it and he loved it. And I understand him. I love this movie too. It's actually now in my top 5 favorite Pixar movies now that I'm thinking about it. It's that good. Please watch it. It's a certified must-watch, obviously. And now it's time for the rating. Dang it. Come on, phone, turn on. Finally. There we go. Alright, rating time. My phone's like bumping into my mic, like, you can hear it, right? Of course you can. Join me for our final review of 2020 very, very soon, Wonder Woman 1984, or WW84 as it's stylized on screen. I'm not going to give you my immediate thoughts on the film because I've already seen it on HBO Max, but I don't want to reveal my thoughts on it just yet. But my thoughts going in were, I've actually seen the first Wonder Woman, which was fine in preparation of this one, and honestly, I wasn't too sure how it would be. Like, it could have been good, it could have been bad, I don't know, but what are my thoughts? You'll have to find out very soon. And that'll be the final review of this crappy year. After that, it's my ranking of all the movies I saw in 2020. Why did I make those pauses? As you can see, there are 14 movies I saw this year. 14! That is tiny. But, I mean, it's a decent amount nonetheless. It's not a decent amount. It's a terrible amount of movies. It's only slightly above the average amount of animated movies we get every year. And this year, we only got about, let's see, 6 animated movies. Well, I mean, Sonic and One and Only Ivan, they're debatable, so maybe 8, but yeah, that's just sad. But still, I'm still going to be ranking them and stuff. So, yeah, that'll be fun, I guess. So, yeah, thanks for watching this video. Subscribe if you haven't already, which, why would you not be subscribed? Follow my other social media, which is linked in the description, and I will see you all next time. Bye! By the way, I'll be linking Marcus Cheng's account in the description as well, so you can see just how stupid he is. This picture sums it up very nicely.